Well, hey, what is up? Welcome back to Freed's First Time. I am Freed. If you're new to the channel, I am your most average of consumers that likes to laugh, listen to music, and talk about whiskey. You dig that too? I would appreciate it if you considered subscribing. If not, no big deal. And today, obviously you can see what's going on in front of you, but it's a little bit different than a normal review. Now, I have never tasted any Blanton's product in my life. So this is my first time ever. I'm gonna throw my Blanton's Virginity at you and see what you do with it. I should write scripts more often. I'm winging it. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna go with my channel's namesake, which is how I started doing this back in the day, years and years ago. Well, it feels like years and years ago. I would just open a bottle, never having tried it before, and just give you my immediate tasting notes, which just didn't work because I was just drinking neck pours all the time, and my lexicon just wasn't that deep when it came to describing whiskey at that time. But I'm going to circle back to it now and show you all my first taste of Blanton's. Now, reason being why I've yet to try any of this is because I live in China. I've lived in China for about 12 years, and within those 12 years, that's where my real love of whiskey started to sprout and just become what it is right now. So bourbon isn't really looked after here. It's not looked for. They don't have a taste for it yet, is the point I'm trying to make, I suppose. Scotch, yeah, oh yeah, they dig it. They dig it a lot. But bourbon, not so much. So I would be happy to find anything decent online for a decent price. You can find it. It's just the pricing is just ridiculous. And the one shop that I go to here that has more than Jameson and Talisker 10, I was floored the other day just to walk in to see them have the bottom of the line Knob Creek. So that's hopefully gives you an idea of what I'm dealing with when it comes to finding bourbon. I found this in this whiskey group that I belong to for a relatively decent price, and I thought, shit, I've never tried Blanton's before. Here's my chance. Here's my opportunity. Now, I got this for about $58 US. And the prices that I looked for online being sold stateside ranged from about the same to like $170 and everything in between. So, man, and apparently this is not that easy to get your hands on. It sells out rather quickly. So cool, I guess. But I also heard that it's not worth it. Not worth the money. You're paying for the bottle, basically. It's your Johnny Walker Blues of the bourbon. You're paying for the bottle, you're paying for people seeing you drink the bottle, and all that whatnot. So, anyways, let's just talk about this really quick before I crack it open, and I kind of want to make this as short and sweet as possible because there are just mountains of Blanton's videos out there, and I don't want to just be another plop on the mountain. So, coming from Kentucky, Warehouse H. This thing is dumped on February 6th, 2022, unless they use the whole day first and then the month. Some people do that. Savages. Anyways, but I'm assuming since this is an American product, I'm assuming this is going to be February 6th, 2022, obviously from Warehouse H, because that's where all Blantons are aged. This is from barrel number 243, bottle number 244, and as I said before, or did I? 93 proof, or 46.5% ABV. That is a cool bottle, though. I mean, say what you will. And it does look like the Holy Hand Grenade. That's the only thing I can think of when I see it. I hope it blows your taste buds into tiny bits in its mercy. I'll never do that again. Promise. All right, so I can only do this once. So let's do it already. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to hopefully give it as objective, or not objective, but as non-influenced as possible review, because I didn't read any tasting notes online. I just kind of read a little bit of history behind it. Yeah, cool topper. It's an O, if anybody cares. Each bottle has a letter, and they all spell out Blanton's if you can collect them all. It's a little dainty, a dainty little pop. Not the prettiest of corks. Looks a bit, I don't know, not rotten, but just kind of iffy. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. Oh, nice. It stood up. In the glass with you. Ta-da, shit. Spilled it. I use that as an opportunity to do the whole hand rubbing shingamajig. Sweet wood. A little cherry wood almost, maybe. That's cool. All right. Well, yeah, I made a mess. Well, let's check it on the whiff. See what it's like. First time trying Blanton's. That tastes like a bourbon to me. Smells like a bourbon to me. Now this is, yeah, I forgot to mention, this is a Buffalo Trace product, and they use their ever elusive mash bill number 2, which they say is like a high-ish rye mash bill, which I can smell that. Rye always hits me as like a herbal, like specifically dill type note, and I'm absolutely getting that with this. Running through the house with a pickle in my mouth. But not in an offensive way, not in an overly dilled way. I like the nose, that's really nice. Zero alcohol, ethanol fumes coming off this at all. That's pretty. A little tint of the dill, the rye. I'm getting a lot of caramel. Cherry Coke. Oak, of course. They say this is on average, so it's 6 to 8 years old, I believe. It almost smells effervescent. Okay, so yeah, short and sweet, Matt. Short and sweet, short and sweet. Okay, here we go. Yeah, come back. Yeah, that's really nice. It's really good. The mouth. This is my first drink of the day too. I haven't had any like primer, so I probably should have done. But mouthfeel, which is huge for me. Great. The burn is there, which I appreciate and I like it. I don't like it to be too smooth. I like it the burn on the back palate as well, which is where I'm getting it mostly here. And just your standard bourbon notes. There isn't any outlying flavor notes that I'm finding thus far, so I'm going to go in for number 2. So I let you go. It's pretty. She's pretty. I like it. I do. I like it. I mean, obviously, it's not something I would buy all the time, but I do, especially for the prices. If I could find it for the price that I paid for it regularly, then I would consider it. But with the range that and the availability over here, I don't think it's going to be a daily drinker for me. I'll stick to my 101, I think. But as far as being cool looking, yeah, and tasting good, it does taste good. I enjoy this. A lot of oak, very oak forward. I'm not getting much of that rye on the palate. Powdered sugar, circus peanuts, cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a little bit of nutmeg. I don't want to say like baking spices, that's just a generic flavor note for me, but I'm getting those specific things. I quite like it, yeah. So thank you for being here for popping my Blanton's cherry. That is really nice. I think I'll savor on that. Is it worth all the hype that everyone is just going crazy over this? No, I don't think so. Is it good? Yeah, fuck yeah, it's real good. Is it like go crazy over it good? Wait in line for it outside of a bottle shop good? Not for me. Not for me. But worth, absolutely worth the $58 I spent for it. $170? No sir, no sir. But definitely 48, 58, yeah, for sure. Cool, well that was me, drinking Blanton's for the first time. I considered trying to throw out a song, a music pairing, as I usually do for this, but doing it just on the whim, that's I don't know, that's gonna be quite a challenge, but I'll see if I can do it. Okay,